Okay. Hi, it's me again, Jeff, aka Bruin TARDIS. And here we are sitting in the Sierra's lounge area. Wanted to do a little bit of video on engineering and repairs and how all that works. So let's walk back to the engine room and do a little bit of educationals. Here we have our beautiful power controller. And I'm going to start doing a bit of demonstration of how things work here. You can inspect different devices. Of course, it being a demo and me being buggy, things aren't going to work. While we wait for that, I'd like to mention we have life support working now. It does track air pressure, temperature, all that. And the longer you're in a room, the more oxygen you breathe, all things kind of change. Um, Inspecting one of the fusion reactors, it comes out and says it's at 100% repair. Its start power capacitor is charged, and it's drawing from fuel tank 2, and it has a certain amount of onboard fuel in the reactor itself that it's burning right now. So that's nice. But, you know, what happens if something were to accidentally get damaged? What could possibly damage things? Well, I happen to find myself in possession of a armor-piercing carbine. So let's see, if something would accidentally get damaged, and we notice it's no longer at 100% repair. It's down to 50%. Do not shoot things, but we also, it says it looks like our CPU is locked up on it. Apparently that bullet going through the onboard computer inside the reactor did not like that. But we can repair things using the repair button. Now here we're given options: replace parts, overhaul, override, reset, or splice. For a computer, if it's locked up, you reset it, right? Hey, successful. It looks like it's working better now. And again, we inspect, and it's gone from 50% to 60%. And continuing to inspect it, the fix isn't obvious. Take your best guess. Now that's where this little mini game of repairs comes in. You can just look at the description of what a problem might be and try to synchronize. The penalty here is that if you don't guess right, you waste time. And if this damage was done because of some gun battle or aliens attacking, or you're about to fall into the planet's atmosphere and burn up, wasting time is embarrassing. The overhaul button that I just took does 30 seconds. It's the I don't know, so I'm going to do everything penalty. And it's guaranteed to give you some repair action, but like I said, 30-second penalty. And we got a cracked connector plug. We could probably replace the part, but you know, what the heck. Now, if you do manage to shoot it up real good and hit 0%, it will shut down. And note the loud explosion, lots of ops. And we now have, if we go back up to the cockpit, you can see some of my debuggers are in there, where it's popping up in the corner. But we go up to the cockpit. Let's just stand on the controls. You can see that we got some cautions. We have some situations here: smoke, fire, and a fusion reactor down. Just sit down. Notice that the hollow displays let us look outside when you sit down. Nice, huh? And we have a fault on Fusion 1 as soon as this display finishes lighting up. I'm having a problem with the update speed on these displays. They do not paint quickly. But notice that Fusion 1's in a fault because it's got shot up pretty good. And all kinds of warning lights come on. We can try restarting it. We can try resetting it. We do need to go fix it. But I did want to do a little video on the basic fixing and repair stuff. That debug message there from the cooling system. I want to talk about cooling. Life support's being added to cooling loops. So apparently I sat around long enough in the ship that my body heat triggered the thermostat. Isn't that neat? We can inspect the coolant system. I haven't shot it up yet. It's showing that our reserve batteries are at 23 Celsius. And the life support for the port engineering area is apparently that fire warmed up the air in there, and the thermostat kicked on and the air conditioner kicked in. Isn't that nice? All right, that's a brief overview of damage and repair. Obviously, you're probably not going to be faced with aliens shooting your engine room from inside, but the same process would hold true if it was ship-to-ship fire or whatever. We have gotten more pretty prims for the maneuver drives and more, all this stuff is now scripted with the same kind of damage and repair systems, mini games in there where you can read the description and make your best guess. Eventually I want to make that graphical with some kind of little display, but not quite yet. I do want to do another little video on all the work that I've done. Shouldn't say work. I've been playing. All the playing I've done. We have a hangar now, rather than just sit out in the rain. And there's a little machine shop in the hangar, and my house is now a little welcome center starport. A friend of mine joked we've gone from a Traveler Class E port, empty bare piece of flat land, to a Class D port with minimal facilities. Fire extinguishers work. I've managed to get things actually catch on fire and use a fire extinguisher to put them out. So that'll be a additional item. There's certain items that rather than just a flash of flame and going out, they will continue to burn, and you get to play with the fire extinguisher to put them out. It's something else I'm proud of. My ability type? No. Here's my nifty fire extinguisher. Yay! Yeah, it does the buff thing. And more errors here and there because stuff's still being in development. But yeah, you can get a nice annoying cloud of puffy fire extinguisher material. Awesome, huh?